Happy Friday afternoon, guys. If it gets to a point where you can't hear me, it's because it's storming outside. I hope it don't interrupt. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell so that you're notified when I've got another video out. Y'all know the routine. Make sure and comment. That is always important to comment. I'm going to go over the video with you. It's just, a few questions or ideas, and then I'm going to talk at the end, okay? So don't take off nowhere, and make sure and watch till the end. I have a few questions. First, what is the common denominator in most of these cases? Is it CPS, or whatever your state may call that service? Is it the lifestyles of the families? Is it drug use, alcoholism, maybe trafficking? Or could it be geographical? How about financial status? I'm working on a short series about the common denominator in the cases of missing children as of late. I hope you join me on this journey in the hopes we may find a common thread so we might make a difference in the lives of children. Summer Wells, Michael Vaughn, Kamari Holland, Angel Overstreet, Oakley Carlson, Kennedy Hoyle, Harmony Montgomery, Linda Keel, Dior Koontz, Joe Clyde Daniels, Sincere and Classic, Serenity McKinney. There are so many more. Most of them will never have their names in the headlines, but are just as important as those named. So as you go about your daily lives, remember, there are children suffering. Until we figure out what is causing this epidemic, they will continue to be hurt, sold, or worse. Folks, don't forget, pet your parents, call your cats, walk your goldfish, feed your kids, and water your computer. And thank God every day for what you have. Now, that should have been the end of it, but it's not, because I have a few things I want to say. Yes, I know, well, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure there are one or two cases that perhaps CPS wasn't involved in. But for the most part, I believe pretty much all the names that I named off, CPS was a big factor in those families. If I know what I think I know, I'm almost positive drugs were a big factor in those families, which also brings in the lifestyles of the families. Now, I'm not sure about the geographical part of it, because we have like Oakley Carlson, who is all the way over on the west coast, and we have Serenity McKinney, who is in Kentucky, and Harmony up in New Hampshire. Summer, who's here in Tennessee. I mean, they're all over. Michael, Fruitland, Idaho. Took me a minute, guys. So they are literally all over the United States. But when it comes to the trafficking, are the areas where the children are at, or where they're located, are those areas more likely to have trafficking in them? Like I've heard it reported that East Tennessee is a bad area for trafficking. So is that true in Fruitland, Idaho? Is that true in Washington or Oregon? All up and down the West Coast? Is Kentucky, New Hampshire? I'm just trying to look at all the sides, guys. I want to find out what each and every one of these cases that I've named, because I can't do them all, but just the ones that I've named, how many have these different things in common? Is there one particular thing they have in common, or is it 3 different things, 4 different things? There's got to be something I mean, besides their ages, the only two that were not in the same age category is Angel Overstreet and Kennedy Hoyle. Those were babies. But the rest of them are either, oh, I'm sorry, Dior Koontz. I think he was 2. But the rest of them are 4, 5, and 6. They're all right about the same age. There's another common denominator. So I'm just wanting to research, delve into this, see what I can find. I may not be able to find anything. I mean, the fact that all of them had, or pretty much all of them had CPS involved in their lives. You know, did the parents do something with the children because CPS was involved? Were they afraid that they were going to get in trouble by the law because CPS was involved in the children's life and the custody of the child? Was it the drugs? Did they get so wild on the drugs that they may have harmed their children? Better yet, did they owe a debt for the drugs? Did they want drugs so bad that they were willing to allow their child to be trafficked to get them? That's the kind of things I'm wanting to look into. That's the kind of things I'm going to be asking over the next 2 or 3 videos. I want to know what is the common denominator in these children's lives that their parents could allow something as horrific as what has happened to these children happen. I hope you go along with me on my journey, and I hope you stick with me. If we could figure out, just even if it's a small thing, guys, if we could figure it out, we may not be able to save the ones that are already gone, but we might be able to save the ones in the future so they don't get gone. As I said before, guys, thank God for what you have. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. God bless.